The next time you need a little runaway, it's time to go and support our chefs throughout the world. In studio this morning, we are talking about Trinidad and Tobago winning the first Caribbean Baking Awards. We have with us Natasha DeBoog, and also joining us in studio, we have Dexter Cambridge and Vishana Jai Mongal. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all this morning?
Good. Great.
Amazing.
Great to be up early.
It's wonderful to have you all here. Natasha, it's a pleasure to have you back again on the show. I know your schedule is super packed, and I can't wait to see you back again as we continue that conversation.
Yes.
But let's talk now about the Caribbean Baking Awards and also your presidency.
Yes. Well, as you all know, I started the Trinidad Culinary Association 1 year ago, and this is my vision when it is I talk about Trinidad and culinary, because I see the potential in Trinidad and what it is we have to offer. I don't think there is one competition that we ever went to that we did not win.
Imagine. That's
And the
beautiful.
thing is that going into this competition, I was a judge at this competition, but I knew none of them.
Okay.
And they
Wow.
did not know who I was until the very moment I was judging them. So the Culinary Baking Awards took place in the BVI.
Okay.
Where it had numerous countries from the Caribbean supporting and taking part of the competition. And we had a few people representing Trinidad and Tobago, and I would let Dexter talk about his category in which he won, and also Vishana in the categories that she won as well.
Wonderful. Dexter, let's start with you, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Whew. So the Caribbean Baking Awards was excellent, really and truly. For me to be a part of winning the competition overall was a big part in my baking journey, because I'm mainly self-taught. So
Wow.
having best cake at the show and everything was just excited.
I can only imagine, is this your trophy that we're seeing?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. All right, so Vishana, let's hear a little bit about your experience.
My experience was actually a good one. We did not enter the part that he did, which is the actual baking part of it. We were nominated for Best Retail Shop in the Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
And we were nominated for Best Linen Experience in the Caribbean, and we won both.
Oh, fantastic. And these are your awards here as well.
Yes.
It's great to see you both coming here, and of course, Natasha, you guiding the way to have that representation, which is so important. Now, Natasha, we had a chance to catch up before we came on about support
Yes.
and the drive. Let's talk
Yes.
a little bit about that.
I just really wish, talking not just to Dexter or Vishana, I'm talking about holistically, chefs from all around Trinidad, is that I wish we can be supported more, and I wish that our tourism could take more interest in investing in us.
Yeah.
Because what we do is hard. We work 16 hours a day. We invest so much. And I am proud, yes, the government spends $60-something million on Carnival. But if 1 million could be invested in us, we would be so appreciative. Each one of us had to buy our own tickets, get our own accommodation. I think, Dexter, your mom had to take a mini loan, right?
Yeah.
So Dexter was accompanied by his mom and his sister, where they won in that category. And when it is you think about Dominica, how much support Dominica had?
All the other Caribbean
Dominate
islands.
the entire
Like, it's like 20 people investing money
Right.
for them to come there. They had everything represented in the country, and I think we were the only country that was not supported. Everything had to be done personally, and a lot even of my personal trips and traveling anywhere in the world always have to be invested out of my own pocket. And I wish that the government would see the importance of culinary,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, culinary is the primary, the secondary, and tertiary level of how a country runs as well. When you travel, or when I travel, when visitors come to Trinidad, what they come for is the food.
Of course.
I think that Trinidad remains the mecca of culinary. I give respect to other Caribbean countries in the way they invest in their country, coming to the culinary. You look at Barbados, you know, just like they're on par coming to all their culinary festivals.
definitely.
And I think that we are dropping the ball, and we are being failed as a country coming to culinary, because anywhere we go, I can stand tall and say that I know in any territory that we enter, we would win.
Yeah. Any echoing sentiments or?
Agreed.
Agreed. I love it. It's like, yes, agreed. And I mean, I do agree with you too, because as you mentioned, like, for example, Barbados Food and Rum Festival.
Yeah.
You know, many people, this is part of their tourism experience. This is what they budget for every single year, to go and experience seafood. And the first thing people do, as you said, when they touch down is they're ready to go and have doubles. They're ready to try that local cuisine. And we see chefs, of course, going out there. You, of course, definitely started an incredible trend, going out, showing what Trinidad and Tobago was capable of. And of course, we have seen the returns coming in. And one of the returns would be now you have this culinary association.
Yes.
And you are pushing the drive.
I am an advocate. You know, it's hard just being in a man's world, because being a chef, it is a man's world. But being a woman, being colored, and trying to represent Trinidad, people say I'm emotional, but I think when you're passionate, it's a borderline of emotion. You know, all my emotion is in this, because the other chefs from back then, from now, the ones who are now starting off, all we want is a voice.
Right.
All we want is help to be seen.
Of course.
And if it is that some way it could be done, I once was told where it is, you know, there is a dispute, it could be fixed. And that's what I want, is that we build a relationship, that our country, that people could see who we are as Trinidad and Tobago.
I couldn't agree with you more. Dexter, let's bring you back into the conversation. Tell me, so you just walked away championships with the Caribbean Baking Awards. What's next for you?
Much more.
Much more?
Much more to be seen.
Wonderful. And Vashana, what's next for you?
Well, we are in the retail part of it, so we plan to improve and to grow our business. One thing that we actually won was the learning experience, and I have always put emphasis on empowering women. A lot of my customers are women.
Okay.
And a lot of them are single moms as well. So what I always do is I try, especially at the shop, to help and assist as much as possible, even if it's just giving advice, helping them with proper costings, because at the end of the day, those things are important in order for them to have a successful business.
Tell us, what is the learning experience?
Learning experience is being able to teach and give advice and being able to guide people along the path of a culinary, but in cake and cake decorating.
Fantastic. All right, so we just have shy 1 minute left. Yes. Natasha, tell us what is coming up next for the Culinary Association.
To grow more, for sure, we want to have our culinary festival. I really want to see that come into fruition and birth, because I'm telling you, when it is we start that, the Caribbean countries want nothing with us. And that's all. I know it. Like,
yeah,
we are who we are. Our personality, our food, our rum, everything breathes culinary.
It definitely does, and I can't wait for it either. I know Trinidad and Tobago can't wait for it. Looking forward to seeing that come to light, and looking forward to seeing both of you continue to grow and hopefully bring some food for us.
Oh, they brought food.
They did.
They
Fantastic.
did.
All right.
They
so,
did.
Trinidad and Tobago won the first Caribbean Baking Awards, and Natasha DeBoog is with us in studio. Also winners, Dexter Cambridge and Vashana Mungal, chefs, as Jai Mungal, rather, chefs also. There's a lot to come. Stay tuned. This is an Our Morning Show, and stay tuned to see what's going on with the Culinary Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
Says she coming home 'cause she must have to play. Lauren